Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl May. Yes, welcome back. So on today's video I'll be showing you how I made this A-line skirt with drawstring and a slit at the front. Yes, so if you're new here, please kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video and share. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Do not forget to like this video because I definitely know you're gonna love this video. So let's dive into the tutorial. So guys, I'll be making use of this brown paper which will serve as template, and I'll be making use of this white fabric. Yes, it's more like a cotton fabric. Yes, so and I made use of 2 yards of the fabric. So the next thing is to divide my waist into 4, and I will add 1 inch for that and 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then I will measure from my waist to my hip, the distance from my waist to my hip, which is 9. I'll mark it down. So guys, mind you, my brown paper is not on fold, so I'll be using that part as my center front because I want 1 brown paper to be enough for this drafting. So I'll mark down the distance from my waist to my hip, and I'll use my ruler to connect the lines together. Yes, so the next thing I'm going to do is to determine the length of the skirt. So the length of the brown paper is actually 28 inches, but the length of the skirt is about 33 inches. That is sewing allowance inclusive, that's hemming allowance inclusive. So I'll come to the hip part. I'll divide my hip into 4 and I will add 1 inch sewing allowance. Yes, once I'm done doing that, I will take the measurements I have there, then I'll place it at the hem of this skirt, that's brown paper. So then I'll connect the lines together. I'll connect from the hem line to the hip, then from the hip to the waist part. Then at that sharp edge, I will try to blend it out so it won't have this sharp edge over there. So once I'm done doing that, I'll divide my nipple to nipple, that's my dart, that is 4 inches. I'll mark it all the way down to the hem line. Then I'll use my long ruler to rule this down just like this. So once I'm done doing that, I'll bring my my tape and I'll measure half an inch by the 2 sides of the dart. Yes, I'll use my tape to measure ½ inch by the left and the right side. Then I'll go down by 5 inches. Then I'll use my ruler to connect the lines together just like that. So once I'm done, I'll open up the brown paper because I want to create the A-line effect at that down part. So I will measure from that line, I will measure 5 inches. Yes, just like I'm doing right there. Then I will come up by 1.5 or 1 inch at the hip part. I will come up by 1 inch. Then I'll use my long ruler to connect the line to that part. Yes, it's either you go up by 1 inch or 1.5, but I went up by 1 inch. Then at the edge of the 5 inches, I will go up by 1 inch. Then I will use my curved ruler to connect it to meet the other line. Yes, so that it will not have any sharp edges. Yes, just like this, I will connect it so that it will smoothen out. Then I'm going to cut off the dart part. That is why I labeled it just like that. So the next thing to do is to use my scissors to cut the necessary parts. Just watch as I am cutting this out so that you don't make any mistakes. So once I'm done doing that, I will label the center front so I'll be sure. Then I'll place it on another, I will place my template on another brown paper. Yes, the remaining brown paper if it's still enough. So I'll be using my tape to hold this down because I don't want it to be shaking once I am doing the remaining, once I'm creating the remaining A-line effect, because I am not yet done creating the A-line effect. So watch very well. You can see me closing the dart area. Yes, you close it down very well just like that. So I'll use my tape and open that up just like I'm doing right there, and I'll measure about 5 inches. Yes, I'll measure 5 inches and I'll use my pin to hold it down because I want 5 inches to be, I want the distance between the other and the dart part to be about 5 inches. So I will divide it by 2, then I'll mark it out like that so that once I use my pin to hold this down, it will not be shaky in any way. I'll be correct with my measurements. So make sure to use your pin to hold every part of the template down to the other brown paper. So guys, it seems as though the down part where I added the 5 inches is not well blended, so I cut out a bit of brown paper, added it there, then used my curve ruler to blend that part very well, and after I'll use my scissors to cut the excess out. Then I'll do my necessary cuttings. You can watch very closely and carefully as I am cutting out the remaining excess of the brown paper. So guys, I'll place my template on the actual fabric to get the length of the skirt, which is the 3 inches and seaming allowance inclusive. Yes, so I'll place it at the center front just like I did. So once I marked it down with my pencil, I already knew how many inches from that hemming part down, yes, to the length of the skirt. So I am marking it down with my pencil. I'm kind of making a dot. Yes, I don't want to use my color check. I don't have a white check. Even if you use white check, it won't be visible enough for me to cut out. So what I did was to use a pencil to make kind of a dot. Yes, so to be sure of what I am actually doing. So I forgot to cut out the 1 inch which I slanted at that part. Yes, I curved at that part, so I have already cut it out. So once I'm done, my measurement there is going to be slanted. Yes, I'm not going to make it straight, it's going to be slanted just like I just did right now. So once I am done, I use my long ruler to connect it just like I am doing right now. Yes, make sure it is slanted and not straight. Make it slanted. So once I was done doing that, what I did was to use my scissors to cut it out just like I am doing right now. I already knew where my lines were, so I will gently cut this out. So I'll be using the front to cut the back. And remember, my fabric is on fold. Yes, so I'll be using the front to cut the back. If you remember, or if your mind is actually there, you will know that I did not add any zipper allowance. Yes, because we know we will definitely have the allowance to fix our zip when shaping this skirt. So I am done cutting the front part. I'll also use it to cut the back part. So at this point, I am done cutting the front and the back. Yes, so guys, I will get my tape and I will measure what I have at the waist part, and I will double it by 2. That will be for the band. Yes, I will double it by 2 what I have at this measurement. Yes, then I will get my remaining fabric. And so guys, I want the length of this waistband to be 1.5 after joining it to the main fabric. So I want to have, and I will use half to join it to the main fabric. So what I'll be marking out is 4 inches. Yes, I'll be marking out 4 inches for the length of this. And for the width, like I measured on the waist part, I will double it by 2. And this fabric, this piece is actually on fold right now, so I'll measure what I have on the waist right here. Then I will mark out 4 inches for the length, and I will cut it out. Then guys, I will get the front part and I will put it on fold, and from the center front I will come in, I'll mark out my dart measurements, and I'll also do the same to the down part. Then I will use my long ruler to connect the lines because I want to get the slit. So guys, for the slit, I want the length from the down part upwards to be about 15 to 16 inches. Yes, that is how open I want it to be. You can go lower as you want. Then I'll use my scissors to open the slit. So guys, in order to know how to fix your drawstring casing, I folded the front part into 2. Then I marked out the dart area. Yes, I went in by 4 inches. That is for the dart. I'll be placing it on the dart area. Yes, so I went down with about 14 inches. Guys, don't mind what I'm doing there. I later went down by about 14 inches. Yes, I found out that the more it went down, the more the drawstring effect came out. Yes, I fixed it this way, and I later found out that if I had gone down by 14, it would have been better. So I later loosened it and went down by 14 inches. Yes, but if you're cutting the pieces out, you cut out about 15 inches for the piece. That's for the casing. You cut out about 15 inches because you'll be at the down part, you'll be folding it in with half an inch in order to close up that part. So guys, for the width of the casing is going to be 1.5 inches. Yes, and for the length we'll have about 15 inches. Yes. So guys, for the length of the rope, I would want it to be about 26 inches of length. Yes, you can go as much as you want. And I'll be cutting 2 of the rope, and the width is going to be 1.5 inches for each of the ropes. So guys, I am done cutting out the piece for the rope. I am done cutting out the casing. I'll get the front part, open it up, and for the slit, I'll be using a matching bias tape to smoothen it out. Remember, a matching bias tape. Don't come and use black for white. It is not proper. Yes, so I'll also sew the ropes and also the casing as well. So y'all, at this point I am done smoothing the slit part. You can see it right there. And for the drawstring, I've already sewn in the casing and I've already stringed one of the ropes right there. You can see the drawstring effect. So guys, I also went ahead to iron the waistband with a gum stay to make it this firm. So at this point I will share it into 2 to cut out. I don't want to join the sides and before joining the waistband. So what I'm gonna do is to divide the waistband into 2. Then I'll use half an inch. I already ironed everything down. I'll use half an inch to sew in from the inside. Yes, I will sew from the inside before I turn it to the other part. Yes, before joining from the outside. See it right there. Yes, I will first of all join from the inside. Yes, and after doing that, that is when I will sew in my zipper. Yes, I will sew in my zipper right after that. So I will get my waistband and measure the length, and I have 1.5. I will minus 1.5 and go down by 9 inches. That is where I will start fixing my zipper, but I will do that after shaping. So guys, at this point I'm done shaping the sides, and I've already used bias tape to also hem the down part. Yes, I used bias tape to do that in order to have a very nice hemming right there. Yes, I've already done everything that needs to be done. So guys, it's time to fix the zipper, and the zipper is going to be by the left hand side when the fabric is turned to the right side. So guys, at this point I am done fixing the zipper, and you can see that everything is popping. I'm so loving this skirt. I wish I made it in another color. Yes, but this white is also okay too. So guys, at this point, if you like this video, please kindly like, kindly comment. If you have any question, drop it at the comment section. Yes, so if you're new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. We are heading to 1K guys. Thank you all so much for your support. See you guys on my next video. Bye.